Welcome to the Holy Scripture Project. I'm your host. This is episode 20. In the last episode, we heard that Abel's blood cried out from the ground, and God judged Cain. The earth would resist him, and he would become a wanderer, never knowing security. But Cain's story did not end there. Cain replied to the Lord, "My punishment is too great for me to bear. You have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will unalive me." The Lord replied, "No, for I will give a sevenfold punishment to anyone who unalive you." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to unalive him. So Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Now, Cain had sexual relations with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Then Cain founded a city and named it Enoch, after his son. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad became the father of Mehujael, and Mehujael became the father of Methushel, and Methushel became the father of Lamech. Now Lamech married to women. The first was named Ada and the second was Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, the first of those who raise livestock and live in tents. His brother's name was Jubal, the first of all who play the harp and flute. Lamech's other wife Zillah gave birth to a son named Tubal-Cain. He became an expert in forging tools of bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain had a sister named Naamah. So we see here that although the earth was cursed to bring forth thorns and thistles, and although Cain was cursed to be a wanderer, nevertheless life went on. We see that men and women still had children and grandchildren, and they lived in families and founded cities. They developed crafts like metalworking and music, and they kept on keeping on. So what does this mean for us today? First, we see that God's judgment against Cain wasn't arbitrary or unmerited. There was a reason why Cain was banished from God's presence. He had murdered his brother Abel. Second, we see that even in God's judgment, there was mercy. Cain was given a sign to identify him as God's special creation, and he was protected from being unalive by anyone who found him. Third, we see that although life was hard and dangerous, God still allowed life to go on. Even though Cain's descendants were separated from God, they weren't completely abandoned by God. He let them continue on in their lives. Their descendants were able to make something beautiful in the world through their music and their metalwork. Life went on for them, but not very good life. They were still separated from God. They were still under the curse of the fall, and their history was marked by violence. Lamech boasted that if anyone killed him, they would receive 77 times the punishment, obviously boasting of the violence that was done within his own family line. What will it take to undo this curse and restore our relationship with God? Find out next time when we read about the birth of Seth, the hope of the world, and the line that will come through him. Please subscribe if you want to be reminded about new episodes. Also, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think? What questions do you have? Leave your thoughts in the comments.